Okay, in the last class, okay, for this chapter, for finite volume methods, we are always going to start off with this discretized equation and we are going to select different schemes. So this is our starting point. So always keep this in your mind. So in the last class, I have also discussed about, say this is phi and this is x. I said that if we have two cells P and E, okay, I can have in between in this cell there would be a linear variation of this phi variable. Okay, I've explained the same thing with temperature. That is, we said that the phi variable or the temperature variable was piecewise linear. Okay, so when I say piecewise linear, so let's say this is the function. Okay, in between the cell, say at this point intersection, we know the value, here, we know the value here. Okay, in between the cell, it's a straight line. So let me make it look like a straight line. Okay, so this is some mid value at which I know my phi variable. Okay, it could be my initial guess value. Okay, so in the last class what we did was to find out the slope at this location. We can simply do y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. We can invoke the equation of slope of the straight line and we can get the slope here. But if I want to get the value phi e here, say I know phi e and phi p. In the last class what I have done, to get d phi by, that is dt by dx at e, what I did was I applied y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, the distance between these 2 points. But if I directly want to get phi e, what is the simplest and the easiest way to approximate phi e? That is the value of phi at this interface. Any guesses? I can simply get the average. Okay. This is nothing but central differencing. Even this is also central differencing. Central differencing. Okay. So central differencing is this concept where I am saying that my profile is varying linearly. I can use line equations to find out these mid values, that is the values at the interfaces. So let us apply these approximations, that is central difference scheme, and expand this equation. The first value that I am going to get is gamma e d phi by dx at e. We already know how to get this using the central difference approximation, minus gamma w d phi by dx w equals to, let's say I know rho u at e, phi e. We are only interested in this transport variable phi. The rest of the properties are fluid behavior. Of course, we will be solving for them as well. Let's say they are given. So I know how to get d phi by dx at interface E. I know how to get d phi by dx over at interface W or phase W. Now I have also approximated using central difference, that is midpoint rule. Okay, this is called as midpoint interpolation or midpoint rule. I can simply average phi E and phi P to get the value at interface. So if I substitute, what did we do in the last class? Phi E. What is this slope? D phi by dx at E, phi E minus phi P by distance between these 2 points, say delta x PE, and this would be delta x PW. This is phi E minus y2 minus y1 by the distance between the 2 points, delta x PE, minus gamma W. This would be phi P y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That is the distance between these 2 points. This is equal to rho u e times, what is phi e? We are saying that since p there is linear variation, piecewise linear approximation in the cells, we can simply average the values at p and e to get the interface value. That is, I get phi e plus phi p by 2, and this would be phi w plus phi p by 2. Okay, the next thing is simply gathering the coefficients of phi p, phi e and phi w, just like we have done it for temperature, Ta, Tp, Te and Tw. So let's denote the coefficients of each variable with A, subscript that point. We get Ae phi e and Aw phi w. Okay, please try and tell me what are the coefficients that you get for Ae, Aw and Ab.